But yeah, that's pretty cool. So
What's been good, man? It's been a while since we got to do this.
yeah, it's been too long.
Let me adjust my microphone.
We've been busy.
Yeah,
I've been busy. I know I've been busy.
doing a lot of work.
Been doing dad shit and working a lot of it. But in my spare time, well, actually, it only took me 2 hours. Well, about 3 if you count the paint job. This little arcade cabinet behind me, dude, is pretty fucking dope. I built a nice little arcade cabinet, and my Raspberry Pi finally came in the mail.
I seen it.
It's fucking so dope. I'm just waiting to order the buttons and joysticks for, or through Amazon, so I can, set up my whole little thing here.
Right.
I already got my marquee. I just need to get some plexiglass and some LEDs and hook that shit up, and we're gold. Originally, I was going to buy the arcade one-up of the Ninja Turtles and shit.
Yeah.
And the Super Street Fighter and all that extra shit. But with that, I got it all. But the problem is, and I found this out, is when we play the MAME for Turtles in Time,
right,
or whatever, if you play this one file where it's one player only, you can only be Leonardo.
Why?
I don't know. It doesn't let you select because in
the arcade,
yes,
if
exactly.
you paid a quarter in a slot, you got stuck with that turtle.
Yes, exactly.
We want.
Yep.
So you got to plug your controller in a different.
Nope.
No.
That doesn't work. I tried it.
What if you have 4 controllers?
Nope. Okay. Here's the other thing. There's a file for 2-player, so I have to find a emulation or a ROM, with the 4-player option.
You're still going to end up being stuck with Leonardo.
No, because there's 4 ports on the Raspberry Pi. So if I plug it into a certain port, bam, bizzle. But we have to have 4 players in order to do that.
That sounds like a lot of work.
Yeah. But if we don't press start on the controllers, though, you see what I mean?
Yeah. No, I just mean because it should have already been on the thing. You know what I mean? He advertised it having.
Well, it does have it. Technically, it just doesn't have it's an arcade ROM, so
right.
I mean, it makes sense. But yeah, I made that thing, which is pretty cool, and I got the Raspberry Pi and with all 9,000 plus games on there. And yeah, I think that should be it. I don't really need much more for in here besides this floor being done. That's pretty nice. Got our own little spot. We haven't done shit in. That thing is working pretty well, man.
Yeah. Wait till we insulate this bitch.
Yeah, I know. I can't wait. Play a little bit of the guitar. You know what? This whole summer I've been slacking on the guitar.
I have only played a little bit.
Yeah, I haven't really got to play very much. Mainly, it's been like a money thing. Been working, just making a lot of money to try to pay bills and catch up on shit and
likewise
buy things that I want, and not necessarily that I need. I need a new fucking phone. I just bought that bitch.
That phone's on its last leg, and you only had it 3 months.
No, not even 2 months.
Damn.
Yep. Phones don't last long with me.
Cause you keep fucking falling off of roofs and shit.
Yo, I did break my ankle this summer. Again. This time I fell off a roof. So I sprained my ankle, and that sprain caused a fracture on a spot that was already fractured from a year or 2 ago when I was running.
When we were jogging, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that because I thought it was weird that we was running like normal. He was like, "Oh, my ankle." And I was like, "Are you good?"
The shin split, for what it was a shin split, and then I kept running on it, and then I got bunch of fucking micro fractures, and that's what caved in when I was fucking jogging. I guess doing manual labor and then fucking running didn't help very much. It's tough.
Yeah.
But, you know, you live, you learn. You can only push your body so fucking much before it's like, fuck you, man. I don't know. As a result, I've gained some weight. That, and I've gone back to drinking fucking soda.
That's a mistake.
Yup, that is a mistake. For my fucking DNA. I'm gonna get that diabetes. Better watch it. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, I ain't been on shit this summer except for working. I did have a pretty sweet gig with the City of Brooklyn Center and Bent Brew Distillery. That was pretty cool. I got to make some artwork that's on a beer can now.
Yep.
So if you are definitely in the Brooklyn Center, Minnesota area and happen to be listening to this, you should go to Brooklyn Center Liquor and get yourself a 4-pack of Earl Brown's Legacy Lager. Yeah. Shit's great. Yep. I got a 4-pack. It was great.
And his artwork's on it.
And my artwork's on it.
Yep. We're not
sponsored.
Yeah, we're
by
not
the way.
sponsored.
This is like I had to pay for my own 4-pack. FYI, it wasn't in my contract. So, but no, it's good shit. You guys should definitely check it out. And the more it gets sold, the more opportunities I have to make more cool art for these cans. So
for these cans.
Them cans, yo.
Yep, them cans had some cans on it, if you know what I mean.
And if I happen to be there, which I'm at that store a lot, I'll sign some shit for you. So
yeah, he'll sign your liquor, your booze. So if you wanna, go sit in your dorm room or sit in your garage in your man cave or sit in your bathroom and hide if you're that kind of alcoholic and enjoy your booze.
Goes great with football.
Yeah, goes great with football. I really like the artwork. The cleavage, I must say, is very aesthetically pleasing.
Well, there were comments floating around City Hall from what I was told that a couple of ladies were saying that she looks like a stripper. And
I must agree.
And
it's not a bad thing.
Tom, who's the liquor operations manager there, he also helped me out with like getting my foot in the door with this gig, like immensely. And so did Andrew, my boss. And it was Andrew's idea actually, but Tom explained that he had seen way more lewd shit that I've drawn.
Yes,
which isn't not true.
Wait, what? Is it not true?
It's not untrue.
It's a double negative.
It's very accurate. That's a huge double negative.
All I'm saying is that ain't not bad.
That ain't not bad, bro. But no, you ain't lying. I draw a lot of pinup shit, and some of it's been pretty. What's the word I'm looking for?
Provocative.
Provocative. Thank you.
Yeah. I was gonna say slutty, but I thought provocative is so much better of a word to use.
I don't draw sex workers. Okay.
Okay. Well, all I know is if my fucking 12-year-old nephew found that shit, he would be skeeting everywhere, all over it, and then we would have to.
I make fan service.
That's exactly what he would call it, and he would fan service himself all over in that bathroom.
Fan service himself.
And then we would have to, what do they say? Yeet that fucking painting or your artwork right into the trash because he fucked it up. That kid's discovered his junk for real, man. Like, bro, stop. So I call him Dick Hands.
Dick Hands?
Yeah. My little nephew is Dick Hands.
Edward Dick and Hands?
Dick and Hands, yeah. I was like, dude, you spend, like, your hands do more dick touching than it does, like, anything else.
That kid spends so much time in the bathroom. And he's always like, I'm pooping. And I'm like, You've been in there for like 2 hours, B.
I told him to stop before he goes blind, but he ain't buying it because he ain't blind yet. He's been going to town.
He just ain't shot upward yet.
No. It's pretty gross. He's proud. He's like, I got hair on my balls. I'm like, really? Well, that's nice, dude.
So my son's 14 now. And actually, you were there for this conversation.
Yeah.
Like right after he turned 14, we were hanging out here. And Jeremiah goes, Dad, can you buy this for me? And he shows me a picture of this thing on Amazon that was called, what did they call it? It was the
Bushwhacker?
It was the lawn trimmer or some shit like that. And I was like, what, you trying to get a liner or some shit? You trying to cut your own hair? He was like, yeah, but like down there. I was like, what? He's like, it's getting pretty out of control down there, Dad. And I'm like, no way. So you can't just get like them little tiny scissors and
Man, braid that shit up, bro.
I was like, I got some clippers, B.
Hey, man.
That shit just threw me off. Like, my son's almost a man grown now, man. Like, that's...
He's getting closer. He's almost an adult.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. That's for sure.
That's just wild.
Time goes by, though. Because all those old school games don't seem that long ago.
No.
Now we got these dope-ass games out that I still have no time to play.
So we did the math on how efficiently and how long it would take for Jeremy to finish all his games on the MAME emulator if he played 6 games a day, 15 minutes at a time.
Was that what it was?
Yeah.
I know we did a bunch of different calculations.
And it was 72 years.
No, 72 years. That was
No, that was the first calculation.
That was 32 hours.
That was three games,
days.
30 minutes at a time.
You know, that was 3 days, or 32. Was it 3 days a game or some shit like that? I can't remember. God damn it, we figured it out. How long would it take to
3 games a day, 30 hours a minute? 30 minutes a game, and that was 72 years. But then we got it down. No, yeah,
it was 3 days for one game. Remember?
I feel like we got a way bigger number.
Yeah, no, we had 3 days for one game, and that was 72 years. That would take fucking that long, but it was a smaller number. It was like
we whittled it down to like 50-something years.
Yeah,
something like that. I think that was for the arcade games.
It was like 4 or 5 years if we did it like 15 minutes every game. For like 10 games a day or something like that.
You have to play a lot of games.
Yeah, but on the upside, there's a good amount of games that are like old school, like real old school, like Atari games, and those are fucking quick. Though some of them are ridiculously hard because they don't work very well.
They're not. They didn't have QA back then.
Dude, I played Double Dragon on the Atari, and holy fuck, that is an impossible game to beat. Like, impossible. They beat the fuck out of me immediately.
It's hard as fuck on the Master System too.
Dude, it's insane. Like, have you ever seen it?
Not on the Atari. No.
Just imagine Atari graphics, but Double Dragon. Like, wait, what is going on here?
Just a bunch of giant pixels beating the fuck out of
Fuck yeah, and those pixels fucked me up so bad. I was like, I don't even want to play this game. E.T.'s on there.
Oh, I know which game that is.
Yes,
that How Fast E.T. game.
It's the worst, supposedly the worst game ever created. I
don't dispute that.
That's pretty fun.
I've played that game.
I heard they fucking took like the majority of the copies that they had left over and they went to a landfill. And they just fucking dumped them in there and crushed them. Like, get rid of this shit. Wash their hands of that shit. I know I would.
Hell yeah.
Well, it was a great podcast. All right, now.
All right, peace.
No, but yeah, no, the video game thing has been something I need to pay more attention to. I noticed you've been streaming a lot more.
Well, when I can, I haven't in a few weeks.
It's been a few weeks.
It's been a few weeks, almost a month now. But that's just because I got that PC set up.
Yeah.
And then I started streaming again. But then work kind of got in the way of things, so I haven't really been doing much. I'm also trying to figure out my camera situation.
That's the story of this podcast. Work gets in the way of things.
But I also am dealing with a camera situation. I have 2 cameras. One of them works just fine. The other one would work even better because it has a wider angle, and it deals better with my lighting in my area. But it keeps cutting in and out whenever I open OBS. Like sometimes it wants to work and sometimes it doesn't want to work.
Right.
So I'm just trying to get a better setup as far as like my lighting and all that's concerned, so I can just stick to one camera.
Right.
And then I also got to figure out how I'm going to set up my camera for my art streams, because right now, like all my gaming, with my camera is either done with the PlayStation Eye, or on my PC I just use either the webcam or that action cam that I have. More often than not, it's the webcam.
Right.
But I draw on my Mac, and that's on a completely different workstation than my PC. So the camera doesn't quite reach that far.
Right.
I don't know exactly where I would put it. So once I get all that stuff figured out, I'll definitely be streaming more often, because I'm trying really hard to get to affiliate.
Oh yeah, on Twitch.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Like I said, I didn't have very much time. Summertime is a really fucking busy time, you know.
And that's because everybody wants to make money to spend it.
That's right. And then like with all these storms coming through and fucking shit up, it's made a lot of extra work. So I've been pretty goddamn busy. I was supposed to be going hunting today, actually.
That was supposed to be today?
Yeah, I was supposed to leave today.
I thought you were leaving like tomorrow.
No, I think I'm actually I'm thinking I'm just gonna go after Halloween.
Oh, because it would be out there 2 weeks anyway.
Yeah. So, and then there's that, you know, which would be good. You know, let's just have fun out there.
Are we doing the talking animal mask thing this year?
The talking animal mask.
I got my wolf.
I got 2 fox masks now.
You do?
I got a crow too.
Wait, where'd you get the second fox mask from? When did you get that? I remember the crow.
I got it from fucking, where the fuck was it? I saw a big chick that was wearing this crazy shit, so it had to been Walmart.
Wait, I had to piece that together in my head. I saw a big chick that was wearing some crazy shit. It had to have been Walmart.
Yeah. It was Walmart. I'm pretty sure of it.
I think that's where I got my wolf mask initially.
Yeah, no, I remember that's where it was at.
I want to go to Unique and see if I can get that Top Gun flight suit again.
Hey, that thing is gone,
it's
bro.
It's gone, man. I want it. Just always that chance that it's gonna be there.
Yeah, I was just there yesterday. I didn't see shit. It was pillaged.
They got any masks of?
Yeah,
interest?
but they're like garbage masks. They're not really good right now. I think everybody fucking grabbed them all.
Well, I still got my wolf mask. That's my go-to, because I'm done doing a Barack Obama. I'm not cutting this hair off.
No.
Nope.
If you dye it green, though, you could be a broccoli. You could be broccoli from fucking.
I could be Broccoli Obama.
No, broccoli from fucking California Raisins.
Oh God.
You remember him?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was the rock and roll guy.
I still kind of want to do the a Sith named Slickback.
A Sith name, yeah, that'd be pretty dope. Yeah, why not?
I could straighten my hair.
I think it would be get a perm. Look like fucking Sonic the Hedgehog.
No, I want to have it like dude from the Boondocks, where it like comes straight down and then kind of like
yeah, oh yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that would look like, you look like a fucking bell. Yeah, that would look great.
Walk around with a pimp suit and a lightsaber.
Yeah, I think that will work. I really think that will work. Well, we just get a black robe, right? Like a black
and wear
cloak.
A black robe over it. Yeah.
Yeah. No. Well, the black cloak will fucking pimp it out.
Yeah, but we'll bejewel it or some shit. Like,
yeah, exactly. We can get a bejeweler machine.
A bedazzler or whatever.
Yeah, that's what it is. A bedazzle. I got a hot glue gun. Fuck, man.
I got a hot glue gun.
Boom. We just hot glue some shit, throw some glitter on that motherfucker.
Bam.
A pimp named Slickback. Or what was it? Brokeback? No,
a Sith named Slickback.
Slithback. A Slithback.
Slithback.
Oh man. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep it simple. Be the fox again. Be my 3rd year in a row being a fox.
Yeah, if I do the wolf in my 3rd year.
Yep.
I don't mind it though. It's a really fun costume. I like it. Nice. I got the little hands for it.
I might be the crow though, because I haven't worn that bitch.
I wanted to be the crow. I should have bought that mask when we had seen the other one there because I wanted to get it so we could be like either the 2 crows from time like all them old cartoons.
Yeah, the racist.
Or I could just call myself Jim.
Yeah.
And like.
Yeah, I get you, the Jim Crow. That's fucking funny, man. I like that. I was going to if like dress you up to be Method Man, and I could be Red Man just based on being a Native American. That'd be great. That'd be funny.
Or maybe I could just be like a scientist of some kind.
A scientist.
And like I'm like calculating methods to do things, and like you're just a native dude.
Yeah. The rap sensation, Method Man and Red Man. Yeah, no, that's funny. I just can't bring myself to wear a loincloth, you know. Done it once before. Didn't look good on me. Plus,
I bet it gets real drafty down there.
Yeah, and plus they didn't pay me enough, you know.
They didn't pay you enough.
I thought it was gonna be like a quick gig here, and it ended up.
No one told you that industry is based mostly on tips,
dude. I didn't know what they were gonna do to my tip. Honestly, I just know it was a good quick gig that I found on Craigslist, and it was honest work, and I got paid. Okay, no
honest work.
No, I did find some fucking rather shifty shit before on Craigslist. As far as like gigs, like working.
I've heard you found some crazy shit on Craigslist in general, man.
Like, I grew like back in the day. Fuck yeah, dude. That whole Craigslist life is gone and dead. It's ever since they killed the even afterwards
the hookups and shit.
Yeah, like that shit's been closed for a while. But I used to, not even just for fucking with people who are raising hell, but just reading them was enough, you know, because there's some crazy shit out there. But
didn't you? I remember one time we were driving around. Correct me if I'm wrong, but we were driving like, which parkway was it? Is either this one over here over northeast, like just across the bridge, or we were over south. But we had seen a dude walking around in a dress.
Oh yes.
And you were like, you see that guy in the woods there? And I was like, yeah. Yes. And you were like, I scheduled up a meetup with him. And I was like, what?
Yeah. Shit. Oh my god.
And you were like, I'm not showing up.
Yeah. Yes. No, I remember that shit. I was fucking like, I set up a Craigslist meeting for this dude because like. He replied to a Craigslist ad that I had, and it wasn't even anything sexual, dude. It was like for work, right?
Right.
And they wanted me to come over, and because this has happened before. I actually showed up to a job, and the old man wanted me to take off my shirt and work. That's what he wanted me to do, and I'm like, no, because it was for one, it was cold, and I'm like, no, it's cold out here, and two, like. I just didn't think I could focus on working, thinking there's an old dude jerking off behind, like, watching me work.
Yeah, it's right over
there. You know, so no, I didn't. But yeah, no, I set this shit up, right? I was like, all right, cool. I was like, meet me over by the river, you know, East River Parkway, and I felt like I feel kind of fucked up later, like thinking about like, dude, I just had this dude. I sent this dude off, and. He was dressed up, and he said he would wear feminine shit. He would wear a skirt and dress and yada yada yada, right? And I had him meet me over there, and I was like, cool. And I forgot about it, dude. And I was looking at my emails, and the dude actually was gonna show up. He was like, I'm gonna be there. I'm like, I'm laughing my ass off. Like, this dude's gonna show up over at this fucking parkway dressed up like a fucking female. And I just had to see it.
I just when you get the idea to just gather us all in the car and go smoke a blunt, like
yeah, let's go check this shit out. And sure enough, he was there. And I'm like, people like all over the place would do like anything. Like, who knows who the fuck I'm not crazy. I'm crazy. But, right. All right.
I'm not crazy, but I'm crazy though.
Right. No, but it's not my thing, and I don't know. Honestly, I don't know why I did it. I think about it like, why? What did I gain out of it besides the laugh? And why did I think it was so funny? And I have a hard time thinking about it. Like, why was that so funny? And I'm like, well, this guy's like embarrassed. He has to be embarrassed. And on top of that, it just made me feel. Here's what made me feel gross. Okay, now let me just be real honest. I felt gross because I'm like, I made this dude come out to nowhere, and then I thought about it. And I was like, is that a power trip? Because if it's a power trip, dude, I'm like, that made me feel gross.
Oh, that's heavy.
Yeah, right? Yeah, so I was like, oh, dude, that's why I started to feel real gross about it. But at first, it was just like to see if this shit was like legit motherfucker gonna show up wearing a dress like this. I'm like, this motherfucker ain't really gonna do it. But he did. And I'm like, oh my God. So, I mean, there was the curiosity to see if this motherfucker was gonna actually do it.
Like, is that a threat or a promise kind of thing?
Yeah,
like
you know what I mean? So I was like, that's fucking crazy. And it made me laugh, you know? And I couldn't fucking help it.
I laughed because I thought it was funny. Not like, haha, he sent this dude off, but like, haha, this is really strange.
Yeah, right? Yeah, that's the dude, I've seen some strange shit. I don't remember the timeline. It doesn't matter the timeline, but you remember it when me and you had some fun with this female at one point in time in our life.
We were all partying over just like a couple miles north of here.
Yeah. And like while we were doing that crazy shit, and we were going for round 2, right?
You were just like, yep, I gotta go.
I got a message from this chick that I was talking to, and she was like into some crazy shit, right? And like, I mean, what we were doing is pretty fucking crazy too, you know. But I wanted to see like what this was all about. And I come to a spot down here, and I pull out. And I'm like, I gotta go, and I bounce out, and I get on a bike, on my bicycle, and I fucking come flying over here, and I meet up at this garage, right? And they're like, knock on the door, and I knock on the door, and I come in, and there's like a red light, and there's satanic music on. Like, it's like not like music, but it's like a low hum, and there's a voice that's repeating, saying, you know, give yourself to Satan, do his will, let yourself be free, be a slut, la la la. It's just going on and on and on like this shit. And then there's like a bunch of dudes standing around, and I'm like, okay. And I go to this spot, and there's on the other side of the car, there's a bed laying in the middle of the floor, and there's a red light right above her, and she's sitting there on a bed, and there's like dudes jerking it, and there's like a fucking plate there next to the car, and there's like a mound of cocaine, and I'm like, okay, and I'm not kidding you. I look over to the right, and there's a dude standing there, getting a blowjob from this chick, right? And she's like on her knees, and she's got a mohawk and a coat on with a 6-point star and a pentagram, you know, the pentagram on her back, and dude's getting a blowjob, and there's guys jerking off, and then the dude pulls it out of her mouth and goes around, and she's like fingering herself and like face down in the bed, and I'm like, oh my God, what the fuck is going on here? And the dude standing there has his lip pierced, looks exactly like fucking the dude Chester from Linkin Park. Like, I'm not kidding, looks exactly like this guy, right? And he's like, you want some cocaine? And I'm like, sure. Yeah, why not, dude? And there's nobody else controlling the cocaine. It's just like, here, do the cocaine.
Like, hold this mountain for me.
Yes, right. There's this big ass plate and a mirror on this plate, and I'm holding it, and I scoop up a line, and I do a quick line. I'm like, and I, wipe off the little excess and rub it on my teeth, and I can feel the buzz and shit. And I'm looking over it, and I'm like, what in the fuck's going on? And I'm like, if I do too much cocaine, I'm not gonna be able to get my dick too hard, because when you get too fucked up on cocaine, like, you're horny as shit. But things don't just, it works. You just don't feel
It's like spongy.
It doesn't feel right.
Yeah.
It does, but it feels so soft. But you can keep fucking all goddamn night, whatever. It's just like a weird balance you have to find.
Right.
Too much cocaine's like whiskey dick, You drink too much, your shit don't work. I don't know. That's never happened to me, but I know it's happened to some people. Smiley, a friend of mine.
Poor feller.
Poor feller. That poor lady. She came out talking shit.
No, she did
not.
not.
She did. But anyways, that's a whole other story. I'm sitting there and I'm doing cocaine, watching this girl on the bed, and there's markers and shit next to the cocaine, right? And I pick one up, and they're like, they want me to write on her. She's got shit written on her face like slut and like fucking whore and all this other shit, and she's bent over. And I'm like, what am I doing? Like, I'm here, right? So I'm like, what do I do? Do I do this? So I strap up,
Mm-hmm.
And I make her do some things, and I write on her ass because I'm instructed to by Chester. And I'm like, okay.
He just like hands you a Sharpie and just like go wild.
Well, I had already had the Sharpie because I picked it up. Like, what's the Sharpie for? And he's like, and he said like to write on her, to degrade her, to treat her for what she is, and like la la la. Like, okay, I don't need like that big of an explanation, guy. Like, I get it. There's some fucked up shit going on here. But yeah, so he gives me the Sharpie, and like I'm holding on to it, and like there's a bowl of condoms, and there's people using condoms and people not using condoms, and so I throw one on because I'm thinking, And I go over to get a blowjob, whatever, and I'm holding her by her mohawk, which is I've never done before.
How do you grip a mohawk?
Dude, she had a long mohawk. It was like a punk rocker mohawk. Like,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you could just.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was fucking great. And then and then there's a dude writing on her ass, right? And then I'm like, okay, I got the marker, and Chester's like right on her and shit, and she turns around and I'm writing on her ass, and it doesn't work. Like, you can't fuck and write at the same time.
Does it look like a left-handed third grader?
Yes, it does. And I could tell some of these guys were doing that because the handwriting was terrible. So I stopped fucking for penmanship, right? And
for penmanship,
I write like whore and slut, and then I put misunderstood human being, and I go. And I blow my load, right? I like take the condom off. I keep it with me just in case. Like, I don't know what's going on with there. This is the weirdest shit I've ever been to at that point, in my life. So, I go over and do more cocaine, like a few more lines, and then I jump on my bike and leave this place, and I come back with this memory of that crazy night of seeing a chick completely give herself to a crowd of men and cocaine and and devil worshipping music with that fucking shit.
Define devil worshipping music.
Dude, it was straight up devil. It was like dude talking about Satan, worship Satan, love Satan, how much he loves you, how much he cares for you, how much he wants you to be free, how much he doesn't want to hold these constraints on you, and he wants you to be as wild or as much as you can be. A heathen, or not heathen, but like, what's the word I'm looking for? A hedonist. Yeah. Basically, It was just crazy as fuck, dude. But I do remember this. Coming back high on cocaine, riding back from there was pretty cool because it didn't take long to get to you for one. But when I did get to you, there was something I noticed. You were passed out in the tent, and the girl we were with was passed out in the tent, and she was fucking like bare ass naked, fucking hugged up next to you, and your dick was in the wind. You know what? I had a strange enough night.
Was it?
Yes. And I was like, I had a strange enough night. I don't need to go lay next to you with your dick in the wind and her butt naked. Like, I had already seen enough of everything that night. You know? So I went and laid downstairs in the bedroom, and yeah, it was interesting. It was a great time.
Dick in the wind.
But Craigslist was a great place. You know, I met that person through Craigslist. You know, I met a lot of weird people through Craigslist. But like gigs alone, like I was saying, like I've had jobs where I've went to and people wanted me to fucking like take off my shirt, or they wanted to pay me in sex, and I'm like, look, I'm not okay. So the first time this happened to me, I had a choice, right? They're like, no, would you be willing to, you know, take something in trade? I'm like, what? Like, you got a fucking TV, or like what are you talking about? You got a couple of TVs, because this job's not cheap. And she was like, you know what I mean? And I'm like, no, I don't know what you mean. And she's like, would you mind if I'm frank or forward? I'm like, be forward and frank if you must. And she was like, you know, and she was like lifting up her shirt, and I'm like, oh, I get you couldn't use words to say like, I'll fuck you for this job. Because that was too much. But she just said she was gonna be forward, right? I'm like, okay, like, look, I really need the cash, and it's not like I wouldn't do it, but I wouldn't do it because I'm like, I want the fucking money, you know. I'm here for work. I'm not here for sex,
right?
So like I turned it down. But there's been a time where I went and did this lady's job, and I'm like going to get paid, right? And she gave me half down, which was great. But it was like I had to build a shed, and I had to like do a bunch of shit in her bathroom, like change out a toilet, put in a vanity, yada yada yada.
Right.
But she paid me half of the money up front, and then after it was finished, I went to go get paid, and then she was like, "Well, I thought you would take the other half in trade," and I'm like, "In trade for what?" And I'm like, because I knew where she was going with this, because she was eyeballing me the whole fucking time,
right,
and like throwing it at me. So, you know, she was like, you know, in trade, like, I was like, well, I kind of need the rest of the money. She said, well, I kind of don't have the rest of the money right now. I kind of spent it all on materials. If you want to give me like some time, we can work it off, or, you know, like I said, we can take it in trade. And I'm like, why would you do this? Like, I wanted them fucking...
Like, you knew how much money you had.
Yeah, like, what the fuck are you talking about? So I I got some of my money.
Moral of the story, he got some of his money.
Yeah, I got some of my money. But I refuse to ever get myself in a situation like that again. And I should have learned from when me and my dad were running our own business, you know, writing our contracts and like getting shit signed, this, that, and the other thing, half down, yada, 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 a certain percentage. But I was like, you know, like winging it, and I learned my lesson.
Yep.
Yep. It's a crazy world out there.
Oh, excuse me.
I think Minnesota's just a bunch of fuck fiends. You know, it's cold.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. Think about it, like it's winter like 8 months out of the year.
It's cold.
And then when it's warm out, everybody's like, I gotta fuck everything.
Yeah, and when it's cold, everything's got to be fucked. Because it's cold, and you want to be warm. So, friction.
So even in winter, everybody's like, I gotta fuck everything.
Yeah, it's cuffing. It's cuffing season right now. People are linking up to stay warm for the winter, and then summertime comes, and they all want to fuck everybody else.
Yep.
I don't know how
Nature.
that shit works. Yeah, but it's nature. It's an interesting thing, isn't it? Oh man.
Wonder how I'm finna stay warm this winter.
Better cuff you up, somebody.
I got me a space heater.
That's funny, dude. This podcast got really dirty.
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit.
A little bit.
Craigslist did it.
That's the title for this podcast now.
I thought it was work. Like, work doesn't leave you time to do shit.
Except for if you're working on Craigslist.
Yeah. No, there's a lot of good work on Craigslist though. Like, legit work. You know. I got a lot of contracts out of Craigslist. Side gigs.
I got a really good contract out of Craigslist,
Yeah.
actually. A couple years ago, remember when I was doing that brief stint with Lynn Hot Photo?
Yeah.
That was really cool. Got to work in a photo lab, make some cool
Yeah.
posters and memorabilia, and got to do like color corrections and design shit and
Yeah.
stuff I went to college for. It was great.
It's great when you get to use your degree.
Yeah. It's like the one time I got to use it outside of like the shit I do by myself. But like,
Yeah. There's a there's a lot of startup shit that we do, you know, but we don't really get funding for it.
Yeah.
We just kind of do it. And I like that. I like that the just do it thing. I like to just do it. And regardless if we got a huge following or not, you know, I like to just do it. Things, you know how many things that we do that we don't record that could be recorded on?
yeah, I need to get back on Snapchat.
Yeah.
None of us hit that light, did we?
A lot of Snapchat. No, hold on 1 second here. What were we saying?
Oh, I don't know. We got distracted.
I got food in my face. Okay. I'm not gonna eat while we're.
Jamie brought us food.
Yeah. Okay, let's move this aside real quick.
Let me try this real quick. They call me Salisbury.
Yeah. I forgot where we were even talking about.
I think we're still talking about Craigslist gigs.
Yeah, well, yeah, there's like a lot of good jobs and things that you can get off of there still. I like looking at their free shit, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Contemplating, I try to make little road trip ideas on which area to go to try to catch some of this shit.
You got some really good guitars on Craigslist, too.
Yeah, I actually did. There's a guy that's on there. He's usually posts like from Sandy or Cambridge, and he like sells like between $35 and $55, sometimes $65 acoustic guitars that are repaired, and they're fucking nice. They still play very nice.
Mm-hmm.
My Johnson I got for like $40 or something like that. One of the nice.
Which one was that blue acoustic one that you got from him?
That one, the Johnson.
Okay.
Yep. The one that came with the gig bag, and
Yeah.
that shit was dope. You know, I got a few other ones, but like a lot of free shit on there is what I really like, cause I gotta get materials to finish this shit up, you know, and it's not cheap. So like anything free that is on there works well. Most of the things that I have are from Craigslist or the pawn shop or, you know, some shit like that. Or
One man's junk is another man's treasure.
the pawn shop is a fucking broken dreams. That's one man's broken dreams.
Yeah.
Is another man's treasure.
My son's musical equipment
Yeah.
was the remains of someone's broken dreams.
Yep. Yep. So, down here at the pawn shop, you know. Sublime. I miss that Brad. What's his name? Bradley Cooper.
Mm-hmm.
Bradley whatever.
Bradley.
It was
Something.
Bradley. I know he died.
His name is just Bradley.
I know he died. It was like something to do with heroin, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
It's big in the 90s. It's getting big again. It's having a comeback. You know what?
Heroin just kicked in the door like, "What up, bitches?"
You know what's like losing favor with people around this motherfucker?
What's that?
Crack.
Is that good or bad?
I don't know. I feel like crack's less dangerous than heroin and meth, but I could be wrong.
I mean, should we be complaining about the lack of crack circulating in the neighborhood?
I think meth is a little bit more dangerous than crack. I don't know.
Is that on the block now?
Yeah. Meth is like a big thing.
That was like a thing you had to go out into the woods for a while.
Not anymore. Motherfuckers are using it all over the place. I just read this thing from Vice about them doing scientific research by studying the feces from the sewage of all these different cities and countries and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And they found that in Europe, cocaine's like their number one thing. Like they do a lot of cocaine there, and you would think cocaine would be big here, but methamphetamine is huge here.
That's wild.
Yep, a lot of meth use, but there's also contaminants from like speed pills and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, meth is like one of the number one things here, and I think it was Amsterdam or somewhere. MDMA is pretty big.
I can see that.
Yeah. Too bad we don't have.
Probably tired of weed.
Well, I guess it'll be in next year's study, weed, because they just now used or found a method to test for marijuana easier, because the THC bonds to all the other molecules easier in like shit or whatever, so it's harder to find than like cocaine or whatever, because it doesn't really bond to any of those things.
Right.
But yeah, that's pretty interesting.
Seen in the paper that the University of Minnesota is doing a study, and they're gonna pay the participants to sit around and smoke weed.
Really?
Mm-hmm. They need people who smoke weed right now.
Why are we here?
I don't know. Should we just go?
What time is it?
We got time.
I'm
no, I was kidding.
Hey,
we'd have to figure it out by tomorrow.
I'm down. Let's do it right now.
Okay.
How much?
How much are they paying us?
Yeah.
Usually for the youth, they'll pay you like $50 a session.
Man,
so
they could not pay me at all as long as they supplying the motherfucking weed. Are they supplying the weed?
They're supplying the weed.
Oh hell yes.
We get to smoke college weed.
We're gonna get book smart. It's gonna be like Bread Man, Method Man. What was it? How high, right?
What if that's what they're trying to figure out? Like they got us smoking fingers and shit.
As long as we're not smoking dicks, we're fine. I don't know how I would have to tell my dad, like, hey, I smoked some dick. He's like, you mean suck some dick? I'm like, no, I mean literally smoke some dick.
You trying to come out to me, boy?
No, Dad, I didn't suck some dick, god damn it. I smoked some dick. That's really hard to explain to people.
One of those, this never left the room kind of situations.
Yeah. I don't think I could keep that secret forever, because, like,
you gotta tell somebody.
Hey, man, I love to tell stories about shit that happened. So yeah, I don't think I'd be able to.
I've noticed that about you. Like, if something happens, you're quick to say something about it. Like I'm not gonna go into details because I don't know if this is something I should bring up on the podcast or not.
Okay.
But like that day that I was hanging out here,
yeah,
and you left for like 30-40 minutes, maybe an hour,
mm-hmm.
and you came back and you had this like astonished look on your face, like you seen a ghost, and then immediately spilled the beans about what happened while you were gone.
Oh yeah.
When,
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I felt weird. Things happen,
Shit made me feel weird. I felt weird for you.
Yeah. Yeah, I live a nice life.
But I don't know. I do the same shit though. Like that shit that happened when I got. Did we talk about this on a podcast once before?
What?
I think we did. For those of you who've listened to us before, let us know if we have or haven't. I don't remember. But remember the whole situation with that dude named D?
Yep. We did. We talked about.
We talked about that. Yeah, that was some weird shit. And I had to tell somebody because I definitely wasn't running straight to my house.
No. I'm sorry for laughing at you about that. Anyways, but I'm not at the same time because that shit was funny.
Oh yeah, we did talk about that because we were talking about how I have shit friends.
Yep. It was a good time.
God, I'll never forget that shit, man. Some dude tried to take naked pictures of me, and then everybody was just like, ah, ha, 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 ha.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I did that.
That was a time, man. That was a scary time in my life.
Hell yeah. I don't know why you jumped in a fucking car. I know it was cold, but goddamn.
Because I believe in Good Samaritans.
Yeah, he was trying to be real good too.
Oh, he's trying to be great.
He was trying to be your best Samaritan ever. He was gonna Samaritan you so good.
It was so. I know we talked about this before, but I gotta run a play by play again, man, because it just. Imagine how I felt. Okay, so I'm sitting in the car. Dude's like, "You smoke weed?" I'm like, "Fuck yeah!" So we're smoking a joint, and we're just talking about like just, shit on the street. Like, oh, you hear so and so got shot? Yep, that was fucked up. And then, we get closer to my destination. Like, we get by Matt's crib, and he's like, "Hey, so he's handing me the joint while he's asking me this too. Can I ask you a question? Would you mind if I just took some pictures of you?" And I mean, I've modeled a couple times as a kid, so like, what kind of pictures? You know what I'm saying? Like, you work for somebody? Oh, just naked pictures. He said it so casually. Like, just naked pictures.
Well, I mean, you jumped in his fucking car.
And then I'm like, I don't know, B. I should have just said no. Because now it sounds like I'm debating it in my head.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not gonna touch you or anything. That's why I jumped out that man's car. He's gonna touch me. Like, that's my instinct telling me he's gonna touch me. You can't say I'm not gonna. If you're like, "Hey man, don't steal these cookies," I'm like, I'm not gonna steal these cookies.
The Jeremy of back then would have been like less understanding. I wouldn't have made fun of you. I would have been like, "Damn, dude, like you really needed the money that bad, to let a man take pictures of you." But now I'm like, "Good for you, man. You should. Did you get paid?"
Maybe I'll get a follow on Pornhub.
And what the fuck is D now? Motherfucker, I'm broke.
What's your handle on Snapchat? I'm starting a premium.
Goddamn right. Mm-hmm. I can see you in tidy whities with a yo-yo. You'll make some money.
I try to do yo-yo tricks in my tidy whities, but I fuck up all the time. So you got to play Benny Hill music in the background.
Oh, no. No. I can't do that. Oh, no. That's gross. You got to wear white socks, though. It has to be an upward
I can't wear like business socks. The ones that like go up to.
Yeah, with the stripes. Actually, not the Argyle ones. The white.
Are you talking about the basketball socks?
Yep. Basketball socks with tidy
soccer socks.
An upward camera angle. Like those people who put the camera down and they dance in the subways and shit. Except for you being your tiny whities with a yo-yo. Listening to fucking, I like to move it. Yeah. That sounds nice.
Oh, man,
that sounds real
That
nice.
sounds like a terrible amount of people following me. A terrible amount of terrible people following me.
The world's most interesting people.
I don't know, man. Maybe. Some of those people got stories to tell.
Fuck yeah. Imagine the stories you'll have to tell.
Nope. I don't want to. That sounds like a dark area.
Mm-hmm. It gets pretty dark.
I don't know how. And I'm not knocking it because I mean, you got a side hustle, you do it, man. But like, I personally don't think that I would be comfortable. Like because some people go for a certain demographic when like they share their body online. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a reason why they're doing it. Like they feel like they can make money off of that group of people.
Right.
I don't think that I would ever foresee myself like, look at me and my naked dick on Pornhub, but only you gay people can enjoy this because. And it's not.
Well, plenty of women watch gay porn, like male.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm not. It's the thing, like because like I'm straight, so like it just seems like something that I would not enjoy, because
What if you got a female editor who would edit your videos and you would like stroke your dick and do whatever the fuck it is you do that's pretty straight, right? And she would edit it to make it look gay.
But what if it's live?
But why would it be live?
I don't know, man. I'm just because live makes money.
Okay, well, just put your headphones on and some sunglasses on, and the headphones are Bluetooth connected to a female telling you what to do. Even though it's a guy commands, he's like, "Oh, this guy wants you to." She won't say this guy. She'll be like, "This dude wants you to rub your feet on."
Well, because like a lot of people. I mean, let's be real. We're adults. We both go on Pornhub and like look at other live shit sometimes. Like,
fuck you, like, man. I'm not a goddamn heathen. I don't do that shit. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I love.
But Pornhub. You notice there's a lot of user interaction with that shit. So like when people say shit like, "Oh well," say for example, "Oh, you're beautiful." Okay, thank you. Whatever. Okay. But now it's like, "Oh, I want your dick in my mouth." Right. And I got to respond to that as a straight man catering to gay people. You see what I'm saying? Like, that sounds like a difficult challenge.
Dude, put your finger over the avatar and that's a woman.
It's just like, I feel like it's just the same as if I was a straight man doing gay porn, which is also a thing. And
yeah, no, I know.
And that sounds like an uncomfortable job.
It does. A lot of people don't like their job, Sprout.
And again, I'm not knocking. I'm just saying I don't have the fortitude. I have to live with my decisions at the end of the day.
Yeah. Well, all I'm saying is you're not doing anything gay. I don't know why it took so long to say that.
Because you're chewing?
No, I'm not.
Am I?
But what would it be gay? Like if somebody's editing it and it came to a live cam thing and you were being commanded by a woman who was just reading what a guy was saying.
But what if a guy wants me to put a dildo on my face? Is that not me doing gay things?
You've eaten a banana before.
I don't know, man. It just sounds like something that's really complicated, and I'm glad.
I'm sure there's guys that would pay to watch you eat a banana.
I feel like there's better ways for me to earn money.
There is better ways to earn money.
You say there's guys that don't pay to watch me eat a banana?
Yeah. That's not a black thing either. But
you sure you're not talking about scientists? Oh, I just hurt myself with that joke.
But I'm just saying. I forget what I was saying, but it's not. I mean, if you're doing gay shit for money, then you would have to live with that. But like I said, putting a banana in your mouth is no different than when you eat breakfast.
Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll just sit around in my underwear and eat bananas.
Yep. Dude, there's a guy who gets paid to fart with holes in his underwear. I mean, come on.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Hold on. Enlighten me. How is this a thing?
I think it's like the Fart Master or something on YouTube. He gets tons of views, like
What?
tons of views, and all he does is fart. Yes,
And you've witnessed this.
yes,
How? You went out your way to find it?
I actually did, and it was amazing. Okay, this guy's gastro fucking movements, his bowel movements are something to behold. All right. Have you ever seen the movie Swiss Army Man?
No.
Oh,
I really
okay.
want to, though.
Well, there's a scene where the body that I'm gonna spoiler alert. The guy's trapped on the island, right? And he has to get off, and he finds a dead body, and it's
That's
toxic.
the whole premise of the movie, isn't it?
Yeah. So he has to get off, and he uses the body, and he gets on the body, and the body farts to propel itself across the ocean to the mainland, right? And,
What?
Yeah, and it's like one long, continuous, dank ass fart. Like, I'm not kidding you. So yeah, that's exactly how it was.
That's how he got back.
Yeah, and yeah, it was pretty.
What?
Weird. Yeah. So back to the story. That amount of fart, right? We're not talking like just a normal amount of fart. There's a lot of fart this guy can do. This guy's powerful.
You're the reason why he's getting paid.
Hey, there's millions of other people too. It's not like I get off on watching this dude fart, but it's just like fucking so disgusting. I'm like, oh my god. It's like watching a train wreck, you know? It's really gross.
It sounds gross.
He burps and farts, dude. It's really gross.
Ugh.
Yep. It looks like he's from New York or New Jersey. Probably more New Jersey.
Speaking of YouTubers, so what's the deal with your kid in 3 a.m. again?
Oh, okay. So my youngest went to daycare or whatever, and she had gotten her hands on a plastic knife from a Play-Doh set, and so I guess she got into a little kitty dispute with somebody and was screaming and yelling at people like demonically and chased the kid down and was trying to stab him with the plastic knife because the influence she got from watching a YouTube channel with like IMJ Station or some shit like that.
Yeah.
With this 3 a.m. challenge shit where like they do crazy fucking shit. This kid does like fucking like Michael Jackson potion, or he revives Michael Jackson, or Kermit the Frog turns gay, or like
the gay potion
shit, or like, you know, that weird shit. So yeah, there's a lot of violence and like chase each other down and like stab people and yada yada yada. So my youngest is influenced by the YouTube channel and is going around trying to stab kids. So she's no longer allowed to watch J Station or whatever the fuck that is. So yeah, a little savage ass kid who, if I'm not careful, might stab my ass if I don't give her a cookie. Yeah. That's all right. You know what? I got a fucking knife waiting for her little ass to try to stab me.
Take you with me, kid.
I got one under my pillow. I'm waiting. I know it too, because I woke up a couple times and she's in my bed looking at me. I was like, I see you, but the cat's got it first.
I remember me and Jeremiah were at Anime Detour before they moved to downtown Minneapolis. It was their last year at the Doubletree in Bloomington, and we decided, hey, let's buy these bowkender, these wooden swords, and we decided to walk back to the room to go drop them off. And in the middle of the parking lot in front of the Doubletree, we decided, hey, let's have a quick spar. And Jeremiah, I swung at him, and I thought he was going to flinch, and he just rushed right at me. And I caught him right in the bridge, like right underneath his eye, like right between the bridge of his nose and his eye.
Oh, man.
And he stepped back. He's like, ah! And I was like, oh, fuck. I just took my kid's eye out. So I rushed over to him, like, oh my God, are you okay? He's like, yeah, I'm fine. I'm like, do you still have your eye?
Now, look, I brought you into this world. I'm going to take out one of your eyes.
So I'm waiting for the day he tries to take my eye out.
It's coming.
I remember when Ray fucked me up with that stick.
Yep. I watched that shit. I have pictures. I have progression pictures from where it was just happened.
Wait, who had the boken and I had the stick, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so I tried to deflect a boken with a stick that I thought was like super thick. And
it just snapped.
It snapped into 3 pieces and the top piece came right at me. Right in the middle of my forehead, and it fucked me up. And I ended up getting a black eye the next day because of it. And it was bad. I looked like Worf for like a whole week.
Yeah, you had a sympathy black eye too. It was a little bit going on the other side.
Yeah, it bled down both sides.
Mm-hmm.
Shit was gross.
Yeah.
It hurt to do anything with my forehead.
I actually have a picture of a snap with you sitting in my front seat where I gave you Worf ears. And I fucking drew on the fucking
I remember
suit.
that.
Dude, that shit was funny. The whole Star Trek suit with the red and shit. This motherfucker looks like Worf. That shit happened quick. There was no getting out of the way.
I wish we would have recorded that.
Mm-hmm. I recorded that right after, but
that shit was gnarly.
It's just some of those things that we don't record, you know? It's most of the things that we don't record.
And why don't we record? Why don't we record? Because work gets in the way of things.
Exactly. Shit, I worked so late, I didn't even get time to eat before we did this shit. Now look at us, eating while we're doing this shit.
Like some heathens.
Mm-hmm. Man. What time is it?
It is 8:43.
I can't even tell by looking at your computer. It's like all kinds of numbers.
Updated my logic. It's all pretty now.
Fuck, dude. I don't know. I feel like we should probably do this more often.
Yeah, definitely. What are you doing in 2 days?
Well, I was going to be hunting, but I don't think that's going to happen. Like I said, probably going after Christmas. Excuse me. After Halloween. So, there's that.
So that was that.
But this weekend, fuck it, dude.
All right, well,
let's do another one.
Definitely. We got to get back on this.
Yeah. Let's see if Birch or anybody wants to come over.
Yeah, I've been hitting at it to Birch and Q for a while now. So, most definitely. And I'm also, while we're on the subject of hanging out with people, I'm thinking about getting another D&D campaign going. Aside from the one that I'm doing with Q and everybody.
Okay.
And I'm thinking we should do it here as extra content. This is an official announcement, you guys. This is just an idea. If you like the idea, let us know.
I'm looking at plate
because we can definitely record it the same way we record the podcast, and it'd be awesome.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Let's see here. We'll work on schedule if we're gonna do that.
Yeah.
Gonna make a plan.
I got some other notes I want to add too, but we can talk about that when we're done here.
Talk about it when we're done.
Yeah. Well, we're done talking.
No.
Let me just bend over and pick up this here. All right, you guys. Well, thanks for stopping in. Thanks for listening.
Yeah, I'm sorry I got real vulgar, you guys. It was like unintentional, and we didn't plan this out.
No, we didn't. This is a really impromptu podcast.
Like, if I wanted to, I could fucking go for an hour on this whole fucking Trump impeachment and like the fucking spying shit in the NSA and us losing our rights and like this whole political shit. But we just decided to keep it real pervy, you know.
Yeah, we decided we'd rather talk about our dicks than anything else today. So
yeah, penis, penis, foreskin. I don't have a foreskin.
Scrotum.
I lost my foreskin. I literally lost it.
You can't find it?
No, I had it like in a safe between some books.
I was drying it out so I can hang it with my flowers.
It looked like dried out calamari.
Oh.
No, I'm just kidding. That's fucking gross, dude.
On that note, we are out.
Yep. See ya.
Peace. Calamari.
That's so gross. Hey, ew.